And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. I'll shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget who you used to be. For just tonight, could you just dance the night away?
Okay. So, I tried to record this yesterday during stream, and I just didn't have the mood for it. Because I was going to have to grind through so many levels. But I grinded, so I did like 30 minutes of the game and didn't do anything else. So, off stream, I leveled up the character one more level, and I found a quest, and I think I can complete this. I don't know. I can't remember if this was marked out or not. I feel like not, because I wasn't paying attention to it. So, we're going to do this quest, and then we'll check. If not, then I will try and level up another half a bar and try to do that. I'm hoping not. So, I also didn't feel like having, like, conversating, when I was streaming it, because I just didn't have a lot of things on my mind. And I'm glad I did do it off stream, because it took me about 2 hours to try and level this toon. Past one more bar. And that's considering that I put two of the double XP buffers on here. Because I went over and did this area, the Reach. And I got the bug one and the slate one that you get from the waypoint guys, the waypoint scouts. And used it to grind more XP faster. And I did try to farm without the NPCs, but because I couldn't really heal myself and I couldn't effectively heal myself and whatnot, and my rotation isn't, like, my skill rotation isn't great, I just kind of was like, okay, well, I guess we'll just kind of do this the hard way. Did they have a... Yeah, they scout. Let me grab the scout here quick. I noticed that one of them just went in, but I was like, I probably should just go ahead and talk to this guy. Yeah. We'll go ahead and grab the different XP things. We probably won't run into any bugs where we're going. So, but while I was grinding, I found a NPC over in the village, the fishing village, that, I found an NPC over there. She wants us to go and, I was gonna, like, save it for recordings and go walk up there, but I was like, better not, because it's a long walk up there. But she's up in that village where we had the jar mission. And she wants us to go put her father's soul at rest. And there's something preventing him from resting. So, you know, XP is XP. So we'll spit down that. And then I'll see about the Sun Spear thing. I think maybe I think what I had to do... If the Sun Spear one is actually complete, and it's not just telling me that it's complete, I think what ended up happening is that I didn't farm enough groups of creatures at one time, because I spent like 3 or 4 hours trying to grind that one level with 2 of these buffers. I had the Slate Hunter and I had the Bug Hunter, and I was just massacring the entire map. I'm pretty sure I went through and killed everything on the map. And that's how I did that. And I did it with these 2 characters, or NPCs with me. Like I said, I tried to do it myself, couldn't do it, but I also felt like it was a good thing to do it with, where else you even get the scout. I feel like it was a good idea to do it with these 2, because they'll level up with me if I do that way, so it's another reason why I did it. So it may have not been the fastest way to do it, but it worked. Okay, so he's got the same one. It like worked. Okay, so this is the ancient remains. Yeah, see, and here's the other thing too. She actually popped up by chance. That's also how I knew that there was something missing. because I walked over here and this was her name appeared, but her character didn't, which I've seen this happen in Guild Wars 2 and a few other games. It just happens. So I had a feeling that there was something else going on, so that's why I started looking for another NPC. She's very pretty, by the way. It's an awesome looking spirit. I like the design for that spirit. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so I had a suspicion that there was another like mission there and stuff, but I wasn't sure. Which I'm hoping will be enough XP to get us started at the very least. I don't know. If not, it's something. All right. I also changed some of my skills. My scythe skills isn't as high, so I'm not doing as much damage, but I am doing a bit more healing. I think I changed it to where my character has equal amount of scythe skills and wind and prayer protection, I think, or protection prayer or something like that for these skills here. I have found that 1 and 7 work good together. Oh, yeah. Okay. But I have one open because I removed the other one and it was, I think I removed one of my 5s or 10s. 1 to 2. I think it was one of my 10s. One of my skills required 10 energy and I was like, I'm just not going to be able to use it all the time. So I'd rather save it for this skill than try to save it for 2 skills. I'm used to. I don't know about anyone who plays the game in Guild. I don't know. I don't need Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 1 players. All right, I'll be that. I don't even. Hold up. Sorry, I just woke up, so my brain is not like computing quite yet what I want. I haven't met anyone else in Guild Wars 1 and found out and compared strategies with them. For me, I like having more 5 energies or less. Like, I like faster charging skills, and I only like to have like 1 10 on there, even though there's some really fun ones on there, because I get impatient, and this just makes it to where I'm less likely to fumble it because I have stuff ready to go. I don't have to. I'm not as like waiting on things. Hello, thank you, hero. My father always said life is pain. Anyone who tells you any different is selling you something. I'm beginning to believe him. Take this, please. It's not much. Yeah. So I found her over here. So I don't know. So I was trying to see if there was I was curious if she gave me something that I needed to know. But yeah. I want to save doing that mission. Like I said, I thought about waiting to do it or taking her mission on, but I decided not to because I was like, this is a long walk, and I know exactly where this mission is because as soon as she told me about how her dad died and how his soul wasn't at peace, I had a feeling that the lady that, like I said, her name popped up, but her tomb didn't, which means she was like under the ground. I knew it was over there near the ancient burial because that's like the only graves we've come across that haven't been used. You know? So I was like, yeah, I figured as much. It has to be that. So we're gonna also now see about going over to the Sun Spears thing again and see if something has changed, but I don't know. But yeah, I went around that area with the slate and the bug, killing booster, and it helped with the 2 of them. It probably would have went faster if I was more self-reliant, but I'm just not very self-reliant in Guild Wars 1. It'll come eventually with experience, but just not right now. Okay, cool. I don't know. I guess doing those boosters and killing half a map helped. Okay, sorry. Trying to drink some more soda to clear my throat. I know it's just XP he's giving me, but I was gonna go try and break some of the stuff. Okay, I didn't break very much stuff. Oh. Okay. It's a piercing axe. I was gonna say pickaxe, because it kind of looks like a pickaxe, but it's not. It's kind of cool looking. Oh yeah, there's something here. I'm pretty sure I don't have any other openings. I moved stuff around in my inventory, and I got more legendary weapons that dropped for me, but I don't know. I haven't decided if I want to keep them, you know. But I guess I'm pretty sure that we just now are, since we did that. Like I said, I think it was because I put those boosters on. I feel like I wasn't doing them long enough. I still had to grind it, and I really wasn't pleased about having to do the grinding. Cause like the one thing I say about like Guild Wars 1 versus Guild Wars 2 is that Guild Wars 1, there's lots of things you can do to try and get XP. That doesn't just require you killing everything that blinks at you. You know, you can run around doing map completion, stories, stuff like that. And that's not saying anything bad about Guild Wars 1, mind you, but I'm pretty positive this isn't proven, but I'm pretty positive that I have attention issues, and so I find it really boring and annoying when a game is only grindy. There's only some certain games that the grinding doesn't bother me as much. I think part of that is due to ADHD specifically. I don't really know that though, so don't hold me to that. But it feels like that's the case. There's certain games that when I play on it or I do the when I like do fighting and stuff, I can do it for hours. Cannot do that with everything else. I just can't really put my finger on exactly what what kind of theme I like. Like I could sit there for hours doing like monster sanctuary, or I could sit there and farm things in Guild Wars 2. I don't even have to move very far in Guild Wars 2. I think the other issue is I don't have to walk half a continent to try and kill something, because in Guild Wars 2 things respawn. And in Guild Wars 1, this is again not a complaint to Guild Wars 1, is much more like everything spawns on the map, you reload the map, and then you do it again. Alright? And that's not, like, not saying anything bad about Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 1. It was an older, game. It has a different mechanic to it. For me, I find that more boring. So I find that to be kind of a nuisance type thing to have to deal with. So I'm thinking that could be another reason. I'm going to get rid of the glitters. I really do need to buy, see about getting more inventory space. I'm pretty sure this game's material storage can be bought similar to Guild Wars 2. I don't know. But I haven't tried. Guild Wars 2, you can buy more inventory space. I don't know if that's the case with this one. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at what I had available to me. I was deciding if I would have put all this money in or keep it with me, because we're about to move into another area. About fucking time. I'm probably gonna keep these three with the two with me. So now we can move places. We're gonna go over here to this one. See about going down here. About time. And see what we can get. I'm hoping that this next area isn't too... Okay, here's the thing. I'm hoping the next area is kind of up, like, level 12 area. I mean, there's, like, level 12 monsters on a regular basis. If I find out we're getting, like, released into an area where, like, there's maybe a bunch of level 6s or maybe level 4s. If I find out we're going to lower levels and we've been blocked because we're 12, I'm gonna be furious. Because I was like, that's the only... There better be something shiny behind that door. There better be bosses, or, monsters that are stronger than me. Because then at least I can justify the baby gate. You know what I mean? But if you put a baby gate in front of me just for the sake of plot, I will lose my ever-loving mind. That's like, I will say though, like, none of the expansions are perfect in Guild Wars 1 or Guild Wars 2, mind you. But these expansions aren't that bad. I actually do enjoy them more than the base game, or the chronological base game, because I found Ascalonia really difficult. Again, learning things. It's probably not as bad now, since I know you're supposed to farm the area until you're level 20. I kept thinking I was spending way too much time in the other area, and I was, because I was learning stuff, but I really wish I'd stuck to my guns about trying to do it instead of trying to rush my way through it, thinking that, okay, well, this is just the baby area. I don't need to be max level to do it. And I'd always wonder, like, I was always, like, confused when I first got into it, because I was told before I even got really far into the game that veterans will max out their tune out there and leave them out there. I thought, okay, well, maybe that's so they can recruit people from that expansion or help their guild mates out or whatever, which is true. But now I understand why, because you're supposed to. That's like the better way of doing it. You can just go out into the wilderness, but you're gonna have a hard time doing it unless you have help, like I did, because I had guildmates and friends help me. I also had chat help me, and people in the chat helping me. I heard all about your role in saving the village. You live up to your reputation. Mamulines, the harbor, home to farmers and fishers of the politicians. We have this place under control. You have to go ahead to the village to save. Okay, yeah. So you're still blocked. All right. Okay, I'll just make it sure, because I want to make sure that all the areas are blocked before I decide to go to the story. Because I may end up having to just go do the story. But I just want to make sure, because I don't know exactly what was what. Okay, I think we'll go over here. We may have to push forward with the story, which is fine. I don't care. I didn't want to miss anything that I could get now and not have to worry about later. I think this one frustrates me a little bit because all of the missions are more spread out versus with Cantha. Cantha hasn't spread out, but Cantha has you doing a lot of small ones as you go along. And I had XP to work with until the very end. All the way up to the end. I also think that being a warrior is fun. And this class is definitely fun. I just think I had to get okay. I couldn't remember where they were. If they were on this side or the other side. I think that this one I like too. I just gotta figure it out. Like, I got frustrated with warrior too, but this one's pretty good. I think I got a good rotation going along. I think 1 and 7 work really good together. I'll fire off 1, use 7, and then use these 3 here with 2. Yeah, we've already talked with them. We've heard their gossiping, their arguing and stuff. I wish you would just stop talking. Go away. Shoot. Shoot. That's right. Teaches us that the glory of leadership is to found in duty. Okay. Sounds right. Your superior cannot stop talking about your valor, defending against the coursers. My superior and the ruler of career marshal is most curious and wishes for me to report to your capabilities. I have heard that you are highly trained Sun Spirit leader. I look forward to watching you trade blows with my finest. Rest assured, you will be compensated for your time and trouble. You already began demonstrating. Let me know. Okay, so we're just gonna beat the tar out of everybody. Try to beat the tar out of everybody. Sometimes I swear he doesn't seem to. I think maybe that's what it is. I was like, why is he not helping? I think he's fighting a different enemy and leaving me kind of on my own. I mean, they're all level 8, but still. Are you serious? You're just sitting there? Like, come on, man. Get over here. Oh, hold up. Okay. Of course, he picks the one at the very back. The one that's farthest away from everybody. Come on, man. Maybe I should grab the other guy. Since it's like 8 on 1, I think is what it is. Let me do that. Which is fine, except the fact that he keeps picking the farthest one to fight. Why the fuck should you pick the farthest one to fight? Let me see here. Maybe get a hunter? I've not tried the hunter, but maybe a range worker will help because I don't think we have a lot of range. I do hope we don't have to sit and listen to them gawk anymore, but I don't really care enough. That's the other thing I dislike is that when you do a story thing that you can't skip their conversation, you could just exit out and ignore them. So they're not like loud or anything, but it's also just another nuisance thing that I don't want to listen to. Of course, she's still here. Fuck off, woman. Yeah, it's 5 against 4 or 3, so massively outnumbered. This isn't as bad. Are you serious? Come on. He has a job to heal. None of the other characters are getting as low as me either, so it's not like he's not doing that. You know what I mean? I don't know if we have to have a winning score as much as we just have to have a score. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to push the healing that I was doing earlier. It's a little bit better. It does help that that I was able to get my rotations out a little bit. Okay, I think that ranger helped a ton. There we go. Oh. What? Oh, they went from being friendly to not friendly. Yeah. Okay. Maybe starting here at the little flag here prevented Koss from going all the way into the fight. I love that Koss is a good fighter. I like that he likes to rush in, but I'm also like wanting to put the man on a leash. Let's stop him from going everywhere. It teaches us the glory. One demonstration has trained you well indeed. My men would do well to take a lesson you have taught them to heart. Okay. I would hate to cross you on the field of battle. Sun spirits, as they compete, conversation, please be dismissed. Okay. Oh God. But yeah, like keeping the flag there, I think helped because it prevented Koss from just running off into the fucking distance until I got a chance to fire off something. And then the ranger really gave us some good back feed. So maybe that's what I was missing is the ranger having somebody to fire arrows from a distance. Maybe that would have been better. Either way, we got it, so there's that. General holds honor, loyalty, and devotion to the 5 gods above all else. he also rewards such services. I must get back to my studies. In fact, I could use some help if you have time. Would like to appreciate your continuing assistance. Okay. Thank you for your one of the war marshals generals. Okay, yeah. So I was trying to remember these characters, but it's her. Caitlin has asked me to speak with the Order of the Sky regarding a celestial event she's called Nightfall. Okay, yeah. So this is where Nightfall falls in. General Morgan, whom I know he's not Morgan, but his name is Morgan now because we like his name. We've met. Doesn't seem to like the idea, but more importantly, someone else has been asking the Order about Nightfall. You'd be doing me and the generals a great favor if you investigated this. Meet Enzyme's Reach and Zelen's Reach, and I shall teach you more. And you better bring your friend Cost with you. The plants in the area are being specifically aggressive lately. Okay. Well, I mean, I have a full team, so I'm not alone in general. But whatever, man. Oh, hold up. I just realized I went to level 12. I might as well use some of my points. See, I still gave Scythe a little bit higher, but it's just these three I'm running up. Production, Scythe, and Wind. Later, I'll see about other things. At the moment, Wind seems to be the most effective for me. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to do the guys at once, too. I think they've jumped, levels, too. I always forget that they mess with theirs, too. Let's see. Let's give him more strength. Strength. We're gonna give you more. I think it's divine you're using. Healing. Okay, you have a lot more healing skills. Yeah. You're not even using Smith. Yeah, so you're just using two things. I probably should get him more skills to work with for the monk. Alright. We're gonna start walking that way. But yeah, like I said, I feel bad for recording this later, but after streams, but I just didn't have the motivation for it at all. I just did not. I feel so honored. General Morgan himself selected me to study with the Order of the Sky, but I am homesick. I've never been this far from Dam before. Is that your wife? I said grandma or granddad, but I think it's Greta or something like that. Great, you've brought a hoss with you. The someone else asking about Nightfall is a young Corman rabble rosing named Melon. I didn't want to mention her name before because General Kayet has agents everywhere. She's a bright, delicate young woman, but I think she's involved with something more powerful than she realizes. Koss knows her, locate her, and find out why she's asking about Nightfall. Oh, so that's why you want me to. I think it's just a teaching moment, right? I thought it was just a teaching moment of like, here, go do these things. We're gonna get a booster while we're at it. Just cause why not? We're in the region. We're gonna probably be in the region for a little bit, at least for a bit. Try to decide which way to take. Honestly, this way is probably safer. There's a bunch of other creatures that way that's a little bit more annoying. Is it longer? Yeah, but better than having to deal with the coursers. the pirates and stuff. That's the reason I don't want to go that way. It's not even the bugs. It's the NPCs. But yeah, I lowered my scythe skills, so I'm not hitting as hard as I would like, so that my healing would do better. Because I was dying a lot and trying to rely on the NPCs to fully heal me and take care, like, pay attention to my health, is asking too fucking much. It's asking for the stars to be aligned, for there to be a rebirth of the eternal, like, the list goes on. Requires me to wish to the Tooth Fairy after being a good boy, like, good girl even. See, no, good boy makes more sense because it takes way more effort because I'm not that. So to trick the Tooth Fairy. I don't know. I'm being extra goofy because it's fun this morning. But, yeah, but the idea is the same. It took a lot of effort to, make everything, happen. We're just gonna kill things on the way there for XP purposes. I am gonna swap out videos after this fight here, so that everything's nice and easy, but we're heading still that direction. Like I said, we're just gonna try and get as much free XP as we can. Alright.
And we can